It's called Lost Identity, and I wrote this poem because this is how I feel personally as a Somali, as a British citizen, and as a Muslim, and I hope you guys can relate to it in some way. I am a Muslim, Somali, British citizen. 3 people in one day say, evident of the sum I say. However, I feel like I'm almost losing myself in a trance. I feel like I'm trying to be 3 people at once, but as culture and religion confusingly mixes, you see, my difficulty isn't given an easy chance. Whilst I love my warm Somali language, I mostly speak English. Don't even ask me about Arabic or Somali. You see, I love my rice and banana, but fish and chips will fit just right. And you see, when you come to my house, you will see on the coffee table halwa and English tea. And for seating, you will probably see a fadi arbed and an English-speaking TV. And when my aunt says, there to hi skawar, and to me, I'll reply, I'm good, alhamdulillah, what's good with you? Because everything's good with me. You see, the atmosphere is westernized, but Somali culture still lingers in the air. And whilst we have managed to mix 2 different cultures too far apart to compare, it's only the balance of religion that seems to make this mix fair. You see, just like the roots of a flower, my roots are under the soil, covered and becoming very difficult to see. You see, I try to blend in with the culture of my home, London, but I see that my Somali culture is slowly being painted over with. You see, as Shakespeare literature manages to teach me so much about the beauty of speech and poetry, I find that Skabays and Somali chants take me to a whole new realm. Drum beating, God praising, lyrics, words. I find that Somali poetry leaves me lost in a forest of adjectives, similes, metaphors. You see, even when I go back home to Somalia, you'll find I'm neither here nor there. As they ask me, it's Gawar, and I'm here with conflict raging between my 2 tongues, my Somali mother tongue and my English tongue. And whilst they battle it out and me not knowing what's going to come out of my mouth, I'm there like I'm fi'an. Even our weddings have been hit by the culture blasters. Eloquent nomad women used to want to wear the traditional Somali clothing, the subaiyah, at their weddings. You see, a traditional Somali wedding would include a mind-blowing series of word warring. You see, when the nomads marry, the young man does not come with jewels he cannot produce, but with moving words of articulacy, wisdom and far-fetched triumphal speech and poetry. Simplicity fills their hearts as the beat of the drum gives the words nothing more but satisfaction and complacency. And we, as British Somalis, have replaced all this with a white dress that became popular after worn by Queen Victoria in 1840. This has become the icing on our cakes as we further fail to understand Somali gabays, let alone recite them. Drums only beaten by a frail old woman because the young no longer know the beat. So whilst our traditional Somali culture is kept together by the elder generation who carry what's left of our culture on their backs while standing on their feet, the British young Somali youth decide to take the back seat. And maybe it's this lack of culture that has forced young Somali boys to find comfort in the streets, as culture would have provided them with discipline and modesty. However, on the flip side, maybe culture has only allowed them to grasp on the bad aspects, like chewing leaves till their mouths go green. Or what if this broken generation is due to the lost culture forming, as parents try to blend religion and culture, ignoring the fact that culture and religion have clashes of their own? My advice would be, parents, you should listen before you speak, and children, don't speak before you listen. In a multicultural society, it's too hard to find yourself, and to this puzzle, there's too many pieces to find and combine. But even though terrorist has become my name to those that don't know me, I'm proud to be a Muslim. And even though pirates has become the new name for Somalis, hey, I'm proud to be a Somali. But little do they know, when they ask you, are you proud to be British? I'll say, I'll be proud if you're proud to have me. How can I feel safe under your laws when the same laws allow the media to stereotype and disrespect me? You see, when I leave my secure home, I don't leave with the intention to do terrorist acts, but I too feel a victim of one. You see, as I step outside with a Somali face, a Muslim heart and clothing, and an English tongue, I feel like I'm running between 2 lanes. I have hit and passed the teenage age of trying to search for myself, but where do I go? And as there's too many places to look, how do I know? You see, we go home and try to find grounding, but it's like teenagers and their parents are passing on separate lanes. As the parents want to be more British, we want to know more about being a Somali. From our homelands, we have so much to learn, but so little we have taken. And as warlords take over and we allow tribal differences to cause hatred and ancestral conflicts to grow inside us like it's inherited, shame on us all, Somalia we have forsaken. You see, as English and Somali culture battle it out inside me, to give me an answer I may be looking for, one that may be right for me, you'll find Islam is the referee. You see, I wonder what you see when you look at me. Because when I look in the mirror, I see tongue-tied wars, culture clashes, and a lost identity. Thank you.